What's up, y'all? It's your boy Cortez Mac, Cortezi, baby. And it's Friday, March 5th. 1, 2, I can barely count, but it's the 5th, y'all. 2021 is breezing by, but I got you every step of the way. It's a brand new episode, and this week I got an interview with Atlanta rapper Jay Caesar. And y'all don't want to miss it because he's going to talk about his y'all, project, Thoughts from the Quarantine, is really dope because it really, to me, it speaks to potential. He is somebody who I've known this man since he was in middle school, and to see the things he's doing musically and to see the ways that he's grown, it really inspires me, and I hope that you guys get that out of this week's interview. But before we get there, I got a few news stories that I want y'all to check out. So let's see what happened this week. Let's go. In the news this week, y'all, our boy T.I. Well, he might not be our boy anymore. He might not be your boy anymore. But I know what he means to Atlanta, so I hate to see this happening, but I also sympathize with the victims. 11 new accusers have stepped forward in the sexual assault case against T.I and his wife Tiny. And day by day, it seems like this situation is just getting bigger and bigger and becoming more and more serious. And so this week we saw, according to the Hollywood Reporter, T.I lost his starring role in Ant-Man 2 as best friend Dave. And now I think that it's starting to hit them in their pockets. I think that we're going to start to see T.I and Tiny respond in a different way, because I mean, having people on social media talk is one thing. They're accustomed to that. They've had the type of marriage that they're probably used to that. But losing endorsements and losing money, I'm sure that the family hustle is over on VH1. I'm not sure, but we're gonna start seeing them start fight back and swing back. I don't take T.I as the person that's just going to silently let this play out. But his victims are getting representation, and their voices are being heard. And so we just gonna have to wait and see, y'all. We'll just wait and see. Next, and we'll keep this local since I'm an Atlanta boy and I'm gonna love my city till I die. Let's keep it in Atlanta with the news. Our girl, I keep saying our girl, our boy. I love these people, so hopefully y'all do too. Kim Zolciak Bierman of Real Housewives of Atlanta fame, or Don't Be Tardy for the Party, was diagnosed with COVID this week, y'all. COVID is still real and it's still a threat, so I know that Texas has lifted their mask mandate. For whatever reason, the governor is tripping. Abbott, you are tripping, my boy. Get it together. All right, but Kim and her husband, Croy, tested positive for COVID-19 a month after Kim's daughter, Brielle, tested positive. Now, they're not having super bad symptoms, according to Kim. They're going to be just fine, but she did post a picture of them hooked up to an IV. So that's never a good situation, but we can only just send prayers to the Wigglicious, to the, I don't even know what else to call her. I love me some Kim, and I want her to get well soon. Kim, you are welcome on Cortez Mac TV anytime. Please don't be offended that I made fun of your wig fame. And our final story this week. Congratulations are in order for Real Housewives of Potomac. I cannot say the word housewives. Did y'all see that? Real Housewives of Potomac star Ashley Darby, as her husband Michael gave birth to their second son. Now, I don't know if y'all watch Potomac. It's one of my favorite shows. If you missed the last season, it's lit. You need to go back and catch up before the next season. But Ashley and her husband have had quite the rocky marriage, and some people kind of look down on her for even entertaining having another child with him, but she soldiered through. And on social media, she posted some really cool stuff in terms of like a tribute to her son, her first son. And she talked about how, even though she was getting ready for her new baby, she recognized what her first son brought into her life. And she thought about like, wow, these are his last few moments as my only child. And I'm not a parent, so I just wondered, like, do parents think like that? Because now she's got Dean, her oldest son, that's not her only little baby anymore. She was really protective over him last season. So it's gonna be cool to see how that plays out. You can tell that I'm a Housewives fan the way that I'm rambling on right now. That's the news for this week. If you want to look up any more information about these stories, please look down into the description below. There are links provided Stay tuned for an interview with my boy Jay Caesar next. All right, y'all. It's your boy Cortez Mack, and this week's exclusive is with Clayco's finest, the Southside's finest. Jay Caesar in the building. How you feeling?
Man, feeling good, man. It's good. Long time no see, my brother.
Long time. Yo, crazy story for y'all, but I went to high school with this man. All right, so
Southside.
Today we Southside till we die. Clayco, you already know what it is. So tell me, sir, your music journey is one that I had no idea you did music until I looked up one day and I was like, man, this man has been working, working. Tell me about the journey.
Look, man, you gotta fight in the trenches to become the king. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't happen overnight. Rome wasn't built in one day. Hence Jay Caesar. Rome was not built in one day. So in order to rise to the ranks, you gotta fight amongst the commoners in a sense. So it's like I had to find myself, find the inner essence of Caesar. And once I started tapping into that, that's really when the music started going up. So now that I'm living in that and I'm feeling in the moment, it's been a beautiful thing.
Okay.
It's been a beautiful thing.
What's been, as beautiful as it's been, on Cortez Mac TV, we like to get real with the people. So tell me what's been, on this beautiful journey, what's been the hardest part or what's been the biggest obstacle?
It's funny, we was actually talking about that all before the interview, all the way here.
Damn.
No, literally. I got a lot of good talks with my boys that we got a good tight circle. The people that I keep around me.
Yeah.
And one thing we was talking about is just believing in yourself.
Okay.
I didn't always do that. I didn't always look at myself as a king. When you fighting amongst the commoners and you're just another warrior, you just see yourself as another warrior. And there's certain battles that you have to overcome and win. That once you get through those, that takes you to that next level, that next plateau. And once I overcome some of those battles, I realize, okay, I'm where I need to be at. I'm where I need to actually start moving forward with this music journey.
So in terms of self-confidence and self-worth, like how are those things easy to maintain for you now with all the competition in the world and just trying to stay afloat with social media and all these streaming platforms, man? How do you maintain?
I'll say, I'm shout out to all artists that's trying to get there. One of the things that you have to do is one, find a good circle. Mm-hmm. That's always key. And two, once you actually know that you have the right pieces in play, it's not checkers, it's chess. And how I like to look at it, it's Chinese checkers if you really want to talk, something. Okay. There's a bunch of pieces on the board, and I gotta, you just gotta move the right pieces at the right time. And once you do that, you can boom, 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 boom. The next thing you know, you all the way on the other side of the board, and the opposition, the ops, they out here looking at you like, how you get behind the line? How you behind enemy lines now?
Yeah.
Oh, well, am I? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what color you playing for? What side you playing on? What team you on? And when I realized that I gotta have a good team around me, mm-hmm. that's when I realized that anything is possible. Mm-hmm. Anything is possible.
So shout out some members of your team that kind of make it, that are essential to your productivity, to your growth, to your day to day.
Amen. Look. Shout out my boy Meatball. My security guard Beazle. I got my boy Truth. I literally can go down a list of all these people. My boy Jim. I got so many people that's on the South Side that's been rocking with me for the past 4, 5, 6 years.
You already know what it is.
What I'm saying, and that's just my in a sense that's my foot soldier. So I also got folk that I've been rocking with. For a while too.
Yeah,
that's it's
seventh grade.
Look, man.
7th grade.
Look, don't even talk about it. Look, we ain't even gonna go there. But what I'm saying, it's good to know that I got people that's actually showing love. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like again, I didn't always believe in myself. Mm-hmm. So the fact that I actually take this step forward, over the past few months, 2, 3, 4 months, I've been taking this music journey forward. That people have actually been responding to me in a positive way. Mm-hmm. I didn't expect that. You know what I'm saying? Again, just self-doubt. Negativity, you put that in your mind. If that seed sets, every situation you look at, you be like, oh man, they don't really function with me. You feel me? So it's like now that I'm like not looking at things like that, I'm looking at things.
Really preaching, bro.
I'm looking at things in a way where it's like, who are you doing this for and why are you doing it? Mm-hmm. Once you answer those 2 questions, everything else becomes irrelevant. Mm. So once I got my circle set and I knew the answers to those questions, I could move forward without any obstacles. Not saying that they're not there. The barriers are always gonna be there. One of the things I had to post today, one of the barriers are always gonna be there. It's not gonna be easier.
Yeah.
Nothing gets easier.
It shouldn't.
It doesn't, but that's the journey, that's the process, that's the love. That's the process. Like once you love the fact that it gets harder, once you love the fact that you actually sitting there building on something and you figuring out that puzzle, man, it's a beautiful thing. I can't be upset. I can't be upset. Like I only put a smile on my face to know that, okay, there are ops out there trying to, you know what I'm saying, take me out. They don't want to see me win. They don't want to see me do better. But every time I do that, that battle that I win, that I overcome, now it shows me, okay, Caesar, you king. Yeah. You king. Like that's it. That's it. So once I tapped into that, once I truly tapped into that, and I honed in on it, and I focused in on that, that's when I realized everything else that happens, negative or positive, that it's irrelevant. Yeah. It's irrelevant. So that's where I'm at with it.
So let's talk about goals. You definitely have outlined the things that you need in place to be successful. So now that you got all of that and the mindset to do it, what are you gonna do?
What am I gonna do?
Talk about the pressure this man about to apply.
Man, so 2020, I feel like it put us kind of, all on the same page in a sense, because we were all experiencing the same things. So I had to take thoughts from the quarantine, where I'm coming from, my thoughts, what everybody's experiencing, what they were all seeing. I came out with, if I can product promote a little bit, I came out with, my mask. I actually do have one for you. I'll do that off screen, but I came out with my mask, my thoughts from the quarantine, mask. Oh yeah, I gotta show love where it's due. So, that was my, for 2020.
The best, look at the man.
The best, absolutely, amen. You know what I'm saying? So for 2021, by the end of this year, I want to be in a position where people can recognize the respect, or let me say the respect. I want people to recognize not necessarily the talent, but the work ethic, what I'm putting forward, the drive, the effort, because I got back from Miami. We recorded a video. Shout out to Jody Vane TV. You know what I'm saying? Someone else from high school.
I was about to say, I know Jody.
Yeah, I know Jody too. Yeah, we got a music video we finna drop called Dirt, DRT.
Okay.
I had to get it out the dirt. Yeah. I literally had to get it out the dirt. Like people do not want to necessarily see you win. So it's like this year, by the end of the year, what I hope is that. What I expect is that I want to see people say, okay, you know what? I see how hard this young man working. I see how what foot he putting forward. Not coming with no games. I'm coming for the throat. I'm coming for the jugular. Like when you in so many battles, like don't get confused by the smile. Like I love the smile. Like that's for the PR. That's for the PR. but at the end of the day, the mentality is where it's at. When you on a court, I think about Kobe, I think about Jordan, I think about LeBron, I think about, Brady going 7-time championship. You know what I'm saying? Like that mentality, like you see in pretty face. But on that field, you put on that mask, man, don't get it twisted. Like at the end of the day, this is still a competition. At the end of the day, we still trying to get out there and get this money. So I want people to respect the fact that I'm actually doing that I'm actually moving forward and saying, you know what, I'm not gonna allow all this negativity hold me back. Friends, family, ops, any of that. Like this is what Caesar putting forward. And if you about what I'm doing, just show the love. That's all it boils down to. If I respect your craft and see what you're doing, every time I see a post, I'ma like it, comment, share. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not about saying, oh well, I didn't like that episode. What you mean? Like this your boy, right? This your boy, right? Like this, like you might not like it, but guess what? There might be somebody else that can relate.
Exactly.
Like a lot of people, power of 3. You know at least 3 people, and out of those 3 people, they know 3 people. So if you keep circulating that energy, eventually you might touch somebody, might be 20, 30 people down the line, and they're like, man, that Cortez Mac interview, man, let me tell you, it touched me in a way that I didn't even expect.
Bro, that's the goal.
That's the goal.
That's what we getting.
So it's like if I got people that actually say that I see this young man, and it's happening. I'm not gonna sit here and say that everybody isn't doing this already, but the people that my fans, the people that know me, they see how I'm coming, they see what I'm doing, and they're like, you know what, like I this kid, like, whoa, this dude, like, I see
your videos look great. Like all your stuff is like, you can tell you put effort into it, the production, the delivery, even like your social media posts. You can tell that you really think before you post. Like all of that, you set up. Like you definitely there because you never been dumb. And so that, like, to have the intellect and the drive, and like you said, now to have the circle, you got the talent, like it's all there, bro. Like you set up.
I appreciate it.
You
brother.
set up.
I appreciate that. And look, I just look, as I said, same thing I said at D-Law for the Wake and Bake Morning Show. You know, there's one
Shout
thing.
out to them.
Yeah, shout out to them. There's one thing I know that, and I had to learn this on the street level.
Okay.
If you keep everything in a circle, it's gonna come back around. If you keep everything in a circle, it's gonna come back around. So if you're not sowing into the people that's sowing into you, then you really only shooting yourself in the foot. You see what I'm saying? You literally taking the sword, you putting the sword and falling on top of it.
Yeah.
Instead of taking the sword and holding it out against the people that's not helping you, because everybody that's behind you should be having your back. That's how it should be.
Not looking to stab you in it.
Exactly. Hence Caesar. Hence Caesar. You see
it.
what I'm saying? So
I got it.
Look.
See, yeah.
And I'm not trying to come that obvious to people. I'm like, let it marinate.
Yeah.
We still in the first year.
Yeah.
We still in the first year. Give it about 2 more years. Let it marinate. Because when it's in the refrigerator and it's cold a little bit, you get them juices flowing. Before it hit the oven, bro, you put that bang, bing. But I'm telling you, them juices, they just And so when you let it marinate, let people just sit on it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's there. It's there. It's the meat ready. It, like you said, the talent there. It's not that it's not there, but you gotta let it sit, let it marinate overnight.
You perfecting right now.
Perfect it, put it in the oven. You know, throw some pineapples on it. You know what I'm saying? Put a little glaze on it. Put it in the oven. Give it another hour. Boom. Well, that's a meal. You hear what I'm saying?
I love it.
So we doing king shit on it. You feel me?
All right, man. So as we get ready to get out of here, you got the tape. Thoughts from the quarantine.
Thoughts from the quarantine.
All right. What do people need to get out of this project?
So, one of the things that I can say that I want to relate to all my music, and hence Jody Bank, like I said, we got this video called Coming Out Dirt, and this new project that we got coming out as well, She Love the Wolves.
She Love the Wolves.
Yeah, She Love the Wolves, man. She love. Ain't talking about, that everyone has a struggle that they're going through, regardless if you're rich, poor, you know, small, big, round, skinny. It don't matter. Everybody has something that they're going through. What I want people to get out of my music is that at the end of the day, that no matter how many times you get stabbed in the back, no matter how many times people do you wrong, that should not change who you are. You should always be the same exact
I almost walked off the set. I felt it so hard.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and through life and death.
Yeah.
Through life and death, beginning and end.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you know, I ain't trying to go all spiritual. You know, I got a God I pray to too. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, as he takes care of the birds in the sky, the fish in the sea, so will he take care of his people. So to a certain extent, the way I look at it is that there will always be ops. There will always be people that's against you. What you got to do is say, okay, I'm getting it out the mud. I'm getting it out the dirt. I'm getting it out, you know, the bottom. I'm scraping. Like, and it's so crazy. What's so funny, especially, you know, talking about our people, bro. That's where the good food at.
Yeah.
The Kool-Aid get good at the bottom. the food get a little good when it burnt. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you sitting here taking all the stuff
analogies
off the top,
for days.
if you're taking it off the top, you really not doing service to yourself.
Yo. On that note, y'all, that's my time with Jay Caesar. This man is a whole, like, I feel like I got a history lesson, an English lesson, some math about adding and subtracting from my circle, geometry with the circle coming back around, all that shit. So where can the people find you? Because they need to pursue you on all of your platforms, man. Where they gonna find you?
jcaesarmusic.com, Instagram jcaesarmusic, Twitter jcaesarmusic, jcaesarmusic@gmail.com, jcaesarmusic. Look, anything jcaesarmusic, I promise you gonna find, bruh. Like, you gonna find POTUS, you gonna find HNIC. So jcaesarmusic, anything, find me. Facebook, anything.
All right, y'all. Find anything. Stay tuned for Who Won the Week. Y'all already know what time it is, but before I give this trophy away this week, I gotta say thank you to my boy Jay Caesar for coming through and talking about his project, Thoughts from the Quarantine. I definitely want y'all to give that a listen and support him, man, because he's really, really dope as hell. Like I said before the interview, we went to middle school together, we went to high school together, and I never knew that he was so talented musically because he never spoke about music. He never really, this was just something that when I saw that he was doing it, I was like, damn, like he's really good. So y'all support him because he's talented and he deserves it. But on to who won the week. This week, y'all, I gotta give it to the Houston hottie herself, Megan Thee Stallion, my favorite artist in the game right now. Not only is her creativity on 10, like her videos are just getting better and better. Not only is she involved in the new Calvin Klein campaign. That's big, y'all, because Megan promotes body positivity. You know that she is not a slim, stick figure girl. She's got real curves, and for her to be representing in the new Calvin Klein spring ad, that is major. Not only those two things, but she is helping to rebuild her city of Houston right now. She's building homes for senior citizens and single moms. Y'all, we gonna have to rename her Mother Megan. Like really, cause she is out here doing the Lord's work. I really appreciate Megan for just showing that she has so many layers to her and that she's not just somebody who can twerk, that she's not just somebody who can rap her ass off, that she's not just somebody who's into fashion, hair, makeup, anime. This is a woman who is doing it all and doing it well. She's on a song with Maroon 5. She's got a new single coming out with Maroon 5. She's crossing over, y'all. We got to give it up to our girl. She's up for Best New Artist at the Grammys. We got to give this little trophy right here to Megan. It's yours. It's Cortez Mac TV, y'all. Thanks for tuning in this week. Y'all make sure that you subscribe so that you get my next video right when it drops. Turn your notifications on so you can see me straight on your phone, baby. You know you want to see this mug. It's Cortez Mac TV. Let's go.